What if they rat it out? What if they rat it? What if they rat it? You know how many people ratted on your people? Your own rats ratted on rats? It depends on what they rat. Like a bunch of rats.
Why do you call them rats?
Yeah, watch them out. Have some respect. HQ members are definitely rats. I mean, listen, look at the fucking tunnels they're building. Only rats can do that.
They're in tunnels.
Only rats can do that. You build the tunnels under Anchifa. Stop lying. You start building them. Yes, I start building them. I'm not saying it was me. I was over there. You started to build the tunnels. Be quiet and stop lying. It was me, right? My guys, Judean Lions that built the tunnels under Anchifa. The Yahuds, look, Tab, you want to look this up? The Yahuds built the tunnels. We got quiet. 25 shirts an hour. It's not what I forget. It's like I did with the Lagoon chart. We finished the tunnel in 2 weeks. Can you imagine? In 2 weeks, it took
And Judea, you and I had this conversation yesterday. Yeah, you and I had this conversation yesterday. There are tunnels in Israel, there are tunnels in New York. The Russians built tunnels. The tunnel system have been used for different purposes over the years. In fact, I'll tell you that how Russia connects its territory in Kaliningrad to Belarus is through tunnels in what they call the Suwalki Gap. So countries have always used tunnels, but is that a justification? Hold on. I keep hearing it from Israelis every time. They blame the H group for everything and say, "Oh, you built tunnels, therefore we are coming there to unalive everything we see, because you built tunnels with the money that was given to you." Hang on a second. You have a tunnel system in Israel. The tunnel system in Israel is way bigger than that in Gaza. There's tunnel system in Lebanon. There's tunnel system in Iraq. The Iranians, by the way, you talk about the tunnel system, you know where they learned it from. The Iranians have tunnel system. There's extensive tunnel network in Iran. The United States of America have tunnel system. So why do you have a problem with the Palestinians in Gaza having tunnel system?
Why? Very simply. First of all, the best question I will ask you, Callie, is show me one H group base. So therefore, boom, that just show you there's no bases. So essentially, the tunnels is the base, right? And when you have a base like a tunnel, it's actually an advantage. So you actually can have less leadership you're fighting through a tunnel, right? You don't need as much. You don't need a tank. You're not about to drive a tank in a tunnel, right? So
Oh my God. By the way, it makes sense. Hold on, don't interrupt him. It makes sense now that because you told me yesterday you never stop. Look, necessity is the mother of invention. If you're dealing with a place like Gaza, where the strategic depth is.
I agree. Let me finish though. I agree. Absolutely, I agree. Yeah, they can do it. I give them the right to. You can build your entire military base under your entire civilian infrastructure. And if she's saying it's propaganda, I mean, look at the fucking videos. I mean, with the tunnels, they're really right in houses. I mean, you can't deny this shit. You can't, say... I'm not denying that there's no tunnels. You're interrupting me again.
Just let him finish.
No, because you lied about it. He's in a bunch. He's in a bunch.
Yeah, just let him finish.
Yeah, don't lie about me. He's in a bunch. Don't lie. Okay? I'm not scared. I'm not going to come to you. Okay? I'm not going to go find you. No big shining. Okay, fair point. Oh my God, he's so cringe.
Hold on. I want him to finish.
You seem very afraid of my opinion. Yeah, I'm so scared. I'm shaking. I'm scared of what you're doing.
Miss Af, hold on, guys. Miss Af, mute.
Okay. You're not here to have a conversation. Nobody cares at all. Again, back to the subject. No, continue. Finish. I actually want to hear that. Again, you're fucking interrupting because you're a fucking psycho. Literally. Are you talking to me?
Hold on. Guys. I know what this is. I know how this. Hold on, guys. I know it gets one very edgy when it's interrupted over and over again. That's why I said just mute, let him finish, then you can take turn. If you mute again to make a point and say, okay, finish before I speak, that's another way of interrupting. And this is why it's getting edgy. And the guy's not a patient guy. You can see from his demeanor, he's loaded up with fire. So go.
I'm balding already. You can see what's going on in my life. I'm stressing all this anti-Semitism. Typical Yahoo. Yeah, you're right.
Go ahead.
Anyway, guys, so typical Muslims love to dig their tunnels and use their children as human shields, right? Typical rats. Let's not say all Muslims, because I'm actually nice. So when these rats decide to build their infrastructure and their bases, under their entire civilian population. Yeah, they don't get to fucking cry a ceasefire when we decide to fucking obliterate every single tunnel that's under every single fucking house here. So, and when they run, like I told you to check it out on YouTube. You know what, man? I'm gonna fucking send you the link because I want you to see it. Just go look. They're popping out of every fucking house. They're going from house to house. They're running from house to house, right? Because think about it. They show us going through the Gaza Strip. And if they're running from house to house and shooting from house to house, a shell king's gonna hit probably many houses at the end, right? So that explains you why the fuck there's nothing left in Gaza. Because these rats are running like these fucking rats from house to house. That's it, bro. Yep.
Yeah, you keep calling them. Hold on. Are you referring to the Gazans as rats? Go ahead, Amanda.
Every time you say that we say no.
Today, I just want to tell you that the only rats are your beloved Iowa.
All right, enough, guys. Let Amanda speak.
If anybody can get a clip just now, right? I literally just corrected myself. I said Muslim and then I said radical Muslim, right? Correct?
I mean, yeah, but it seems like that's what you
Everybody right now, stop. Literally. Stop this live and end it. And clip me. Send me a clip of me saying
shut up, bro. Let us finish.
shut the fuck up. Let me finish. If you can clip me saying all Palestinians are rats, I'll send you fucking $1,000 out right now, bro.
All right. Let's hear from Amanda.
I mean, it does sound like you're speaking generally, though. Like, it speaks like...
No. There's no need to try to defend yourself. Let her speak now. You see the way you got. Hold on. There's no need to be defensive. Just let her finish.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that the only rats are your beloved iOS. The only rats are your beloved iOS that like to unalive babies. That like to unalive, yes. And I'm not quote unquote bitching, as you say. I'm speaking the truth. Okay? And I'm sorry, I know you really don't like to hear the truth. But how dare you come up here and call them rats when your iOS is literally committing G-side T attacks every single day on these babies, starving them to death. You're disgusting. No, you're so disgusting. Even coming up here, how dare you? Disrespecting every single person on this panel. How dare you, Judea? Seriously, how dare you? And then you're sitting here acting like you're some type of moral guy. No, you're not. You're actually a really, really, really shitty person. And you're an example of a Zio that's a piece of shit that doesn't care about any humanity, doesn't care about anybody in this world. Just yourselves. Please stop acting like you're so authentic. You're not. You guys stole everything from everyone.
Amen.
Like, please, it's too
This
much.
is fucking bitch, bro. I'll leave if this is a bitch.
No, honestly, it's not bitching. It's the truth. Watch your mouth. You're being very offensive and disrespectful. Watch your mouth.
You guys just bitch. That's all you do.
You're coming up here disrespecting every single person on the panel.
We can have a real conversation like we're
No,
having
you
this
said
topic.
mosque.
No, we can totally have a real
Oh,
conversation.
you're a Zion. You're a bitch. You're a little man.
Be respectful with rats and Islamophobe. We're not going to take that. We're not taking that.
The rest are Hamas, not the people.
I've had to deal with real fucking anti-Semites, not you fuckers. Listen, you guys are fucking nothing.
You're speaking like you know who I am. You know who I am.
Nobody's fucking.
You're nobody. You're the most hated people on the planet. You are the most hated people on the planet. That's why, hence, you're balding. You're balding because you're hated. You're balding because you're stressed because of how hated you are. That's why you're balding.
Bob is having a great conversation. If you can't have it, get the fuck out. Nobody wants to
Be respectful. Have a debate, but be respectful. Don't throw your Islamophobic shit over here. Don't throw your Islamophobic stuff. Nobody's sitting here talking about your religion. Nobody's sitting
It's
here
not serious. Stop bitching.
You're acting like a woman. Stop. Yeah, you're a woman. Pipe it down. Like, seriously. Like, chill. Just relax. Chill out. Without trying to... You're telling this girl that's under me, miss, her panties are in a bunch. Like, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Respect yourself. That's what you call a debate?
You're terrorist supporters.
Damn it.
Fuck you how the
The
fuck I
only
want.
kids I see are European people that are alive thousands of people. Wake up.
You're a terrorist. I can talk to you how I want. You understand? I don't respect terrorists. If you support
The
Israel,
only numbers do
you
not
don't
lie.
like it. Get
The
the fuck
numbers
out of
do
here.
not lie. You guys are starving people. You guys are starving people. You guys are unaliving babies. The only keys are you. Wake up. Wake up. You are mad. You're lying. Wake the hell
Hamas
up.
on the team.
If you can't handle the conversation,
woman,
if you can't handle the conversation, leave.
Okay,
What the
you
fuck
did
are
enough. We heard you. Okay.
Now shut the fuck up.
Bitch, shut the fuck up. Don't curse me out, son of a
You know, this Emma can sharmut.
Bring up a point so we can talk about it. Bring up a
Be
point.
quiet. I was trying to close down the fucking thing. You just
Um,
keep going.
can I say something real quick? Can I say something real quick? Judean, you need to understand when you use those terms, pejorative terms. Initially, I think you did correct yourself, and even at that, generalizing, I say, oh, the Muslims use their children as shields or whatever. Then you said, oh, radical Muslims, and then you said the rats. Then you later qualified. Let me
That
finish.
was the only time I slipped up, literally 2 seconds ago, and I corrected it immediately. Like, immediately. Like,
No, fair enough.
Me saying, oh, how is this all right? Give me a clip of me saying,
No,
oh,
no,
this is
I never. Okay.
I mean, sure.
No, 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 no.
What's the word age group? Yeah, they're fucking rats.
No, Judean, listen. You said the rats. When you said the rats, and the conversation is in the context of Palestinians in Gaza, and later you qualified it and say, "Oh, I'm referring to the age group."
We were talking about age group and tunnels. The
Now
conversation was
drink,
not about
drink. Let
Palestine.
Sam finish.
It
Keep
was about
drinking your water. Let him finish. Let him finish.
No, but I also want you to see the Judean. I understand what you're saying, but I also want you to see the reason why they picked up on what you said in the context of the conversation and got angry because when
Because women are sensitive. I understand. That's why it's a man's fucking conversation, bro. That's what I'm saying. I understand they're getting sensitive that I said that, but this is a fucking conversation. We're grown men. You can call me a fucking rat. I don't care. Like, if that hurts your feelings, get the fuck offline. No, I'm just not about that Islamophobic stuff. I have a spot for you right here. I'll sell it to you fucking $10.99 a month.
Oh my God, you sound like a woman, bro. You fight like a woman. Enough.
Back to
What's wrong with you?
Like, sure.
Okay, enough. Halas. If
and if you remember when you came up earlier, I spoke to you about the numbers going up, and you robustly denied that Israel have taken out close to 60,000 people. You said the number was all fake. You said that how are we supposed to be? And this was from the conversation we had from yesterday. You said, how do we believe the Gaza Health Ministry? Everything is fake. Today the number goes up. Today it goes down. But what else? Where else can we get a true number that you would accept? Where do you want us to get the number? Do we get from the IDF?
I mean, when the war is over, and they dig up all the fucking rubble, and they dig up all the fucking schmerers that literally are wearing fucking their PJs, and they're like this.
shut up. There's kids under those rubbles.
You see that emotional
Trash.
part?
Be quiet. Yeah, because there's a lot of kids. Yes, I'm gonna be emotional because there's a lot of kids under those rubbles.
Oh my god, stop fucking bitching. Stop.
No, I will, bitch. When it comes to kids, I absolutely will. There's a lot of children under the rubble, so be quiet.
2 years and you still can't calculate who's under the rubble? Are you
Oh my
serious?
God.
Can I finish what I was saying?
We'll get it.
Okay, so back to what I was saying. I didn't talk about the children. Yes, if children were harmed, it's terrible. That's what happens in war. And that's what happens when you fucking hide in civilian areas. But when they find the sheriffs, they're laying like
I guess that was happening in the H house.
right here, like this on their chest, because the fucking house just smashed it. And we want to do the investigation. We're not gonna fucking have no fucking other people doing the investigation. Oh, you know, remove the fucking gun, throw it away. Hide it. Oh, it's civilian. It's civilian. No, motherfucker. We're gonna go through the rubble. We're gonna find these fucking rats that we got alive.
Exactly.
We're gonna fucking give you the real number. That's what
Exactly. Judea, why don't you gas the tunnels?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
It's such a normal, like, no, for real. Like, why don't you gas out the people in the tunnels?
We have dumb kids and just ask dumb questions.
Yeah, but I mean, you have, but listen, you have hostages and houses.
Dumb fucking questions.
But wait,
Yeah, but again, I don't think it's.
You're gonna ask dumb questions.
wait, the hostage,
That's how life works. You act like a dumb bitch.
Oh, okay. So the hostages that's been released, they actually told. Wait. The hostages that's been released, they actually said it multiple times that they were moved from house to house. So they are also in houses where you guys are moving. What?
No, because no. Some of them are houses. We got them on tunnels.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, they are. No, but you can, like, why wouldn't you force them out? Like,
She knows everything, Mark.
yeah, I do actually. I do. I'm very.
You question her, bro. She knows the fucking everything, bro. Go
I
ahead, tell us.
was asking you a question. Why do you get so upset? You just yelled at the man that for bitching after the same thing.
No, I'm just talking to you.
Okay, listen. I mean, listen. Don't you have like the little robots, whatever, look like the drones? Like you can. Why don't you send them in? Why don't you, you don't need to go soldiers. But I just don't get it. Why not like force them out by gassing and something?
Yeah. We did do that. I'll tell you what we did.
What about close the whole tunnel system? Just
In the beginning of the war, we sent in soldiers on ground. Right?
Mhm.
That was the beginning of the war. And when we did that, we realized the fucking rats put IEDs everywhere. Literally everywhere. And like I said, Sal, I'm gonna send you the link. There's gonna be fucking pure videos of them setting IEDs. Literally in the middle of the road, inside houses, everywhere. So we realized the place is a fucking booby trap. We can't just fucking walk through it. We told everybody,
Exactly.
get the fuck out, so we can fucking clear the area by ground. And like I said, when we're fucking going through it, obviously we don't know where the fuck our hostages are. They're hostages. They're kidnapped.
Okay.
By fucking terrorists.
so okay.
Let me finish.
Okay, so look.
Let me finish.
Since you. Oh, okay.
So they're literally fucking kidnapped, right? So to tell us that, well, we're gonna last 100, I have no doubt that some hostages will alive. Wait 1 second, I have no doubt that some hostages will alive by the booming. Because H group, like I told Saab yesterday, they were taking them wherever they were going. You understand? They were using them as human shields as well. So to tell us you want to alive your fucking hostage, no fucking shit. Your terrorist rats are carrying them wherever they go. Like human shields.
Okay, so,
consider
okay.
you want to alive your hostage, it's a fucking war. You understand?
Okay, let me ask. No, that's not my point. No, that wasn't my point.
The safety of our people is shifting more to the side, the safety of our people and the hostages. Because at this point, how many more soldiers are we going to do for the hostages? We literally
But
have.
I mean, okay, look. Okay, let me ask you this. First of all, I want to answer the first part. If you know all of these, like where you go into the tunnels, because you have claimed it multiple times that you do know where they go and go out. Like, why don't you just seal all of them and just force them to? Yeah, but a lot of them do actually. You keep claiming that you just force tunnels.
I know.
No, but maybe not you. Okay, fine. The IDF or whoever. Why not like?
The IDF never claimed that. Show me a
Can I just okay? Can I finish?
know exactly where they're popping out of. Nobody knows. That's the thing. Gaza is rubble. If you understand how rubble works, I mean, some dudes understand how. If you're playing Call of Duty and there's a rubble level, and that rubble level, there's a lot of spots that you can fucking hide and fuck somebody up. That's what you're doing.
Netanyahu's also on the point of always
What's
for
your
Gaza.
He's gonna hide the rubble.
So my second point is listen.
You have a flag of rubble like this on the ground on the fucking street. You can hide behind it. It's not
Why
hard.
did you make him bitch?
Yeah, because Janine, hold on, because Janine was asking why he looks like that. So I wanted Janine to see in full time, in real time. So
Why do I look like this?
yeah, that's what she's asking.
He looks.
Yeah, he doesn't look bad. I don't think he looks that bad, to be honest.
Looks like a hood.
It's so bad. Oh, it's terrible. So ugly. Okay, anyway, back to what I was. When you have rubble,
Fix your string on your neck dish.
it's a lot easier to hide when you have rubble. It's simple. It's not hard to figure that out. There's a bunch of fucking rubble everywhere, and there's a lot more hiding spots.
Okay, listen, Judith. I'm gonna tell you something. Okay, what our side actually been seeing for a while, but I know you guys don't believe it. We know. So we already we know that the guys don't really care about the hostages because we've been listening to the hostages' family members, right? We've been seeing them, trying to go into the Knesset and disturb them and, trying to end this whole thing and the war. They're crying. They're coming out on TV saying the government is not listening to us. This is not what we want. We want our family. So we already knew, a long time ago, that you, basically.
You have to understand that Netanyahu
You
also
just
look after his
throw
citizens
them
for the
away.
future. The future is war.
I'll be- My point is, we have seen the hostage families. They have told us that the government do not care about their views or what they want. They're not listening to them. They don't care for bringing their family members early. That's what they're saying. That's not what I'm saying. So I'm just saying, we have known this for a while that, the government, what all of you are saying on TikTok all day, bring our hostages, acting like they care about the hostages. No, you don't, because their families has already told the world that they don't.
Okay.
So,
Of course, yeah, I understand that. I understand.
I can easily answer this about the families, and I'll tell you what the families and how their situation is. Everybody knows that the families want the hostages to come home. Obviously, it's their family. But what they don't understand is how this war is being fought. And no offense to certain hostage families, but a lot of these families are from the liberal side of Israel. They're more liberal. You know, they're more cookies. One second, Joe. One second, hold on. One second, bro. Hold on. One second, Joe. One second.
One at a time.
So they're more to the left. The left in Israel right now were the ones really protesting to end the war. They were the ones who are part of the left right now.
Oh my God.
Not American Israel wants to stop the war. The right wants to keep the war going until we destroy H group. The left wants to stop the war and let
Judean, listen. If I had a brother of mine or my sister in that tunnel as a hostage, and you hold on, and just let me finish.
Let me finish. You're not going to understand the full picture, right? If you're not letting me finish. Let me finish. Let me complete it for you. So that side, the liberal side of Israel, has been protesting to stop the war. The right-wing side wants to continue. Why are you shaking your head no?
Yeah, because it's stupid. Because what you said is stupid.
Let's break it down slowly. You just shook your head when I said that the left in Israel
Yeah.
is protesting to stop
Not the left.
Who is?
It's not the. Hold on. So hold on.
You know my people better than I do.
Oh, let me say something. Hold on.
I know my people.
No.
My family lives here. Everybody I know lives here, bro. I know my people.
There are a lot of Israelis.
You hear me shake your head.
No, I'll tell you because I talk with Israelis every day on this panel. Guys, hold on. Joe, I don't know. Joe, I don't need help. Joe, can you mute yourself? So hold on. If an Israeli from Ashkelon or Sderot, hold on, they have their family member taken.
Tell me, no better. Stop. I want you to tell me now. I'm country release because you know better than me. Go ahead.
Guys, is it my internet or?
From Nigeria knows better.
It's his thing that,
All right. Can I speak now? There's a lot of people talking. There's a lot of boxes lighting up. I can't. If you guys want to talk, I will just mute. You are still talking. So the reason I'm shaking my head is because it is so silly of you to say that those protesting are just leftists. No, there are people there that are also on the right that they have their family members taken into these tunnels. Those guys have a right to protest as well. And their friends are there, their brothers and sisters and relatives are protesting for one reason and one reason only. Asking Netanyahu to do a deal to stop the fighting and bring them back. But you refer to all of them as leftists. You're referring to all of them as leftists.
No, I didn't. I said, okay, first of all, okay, let's not take all of them, okay? I said the majority.
No, you never said majority. Here's the thing. You don't qualify your statement. I'm listening to you. You did not qualify it. You said those protesting are to the left. That was why I was shaking my head, because there are people there that
Okay. Let's say even those protesting are not all to the left, which they literally are. The majority of them are, bro. 99.9% I can bet, bro, they are. Everybody knows that in Israel. Everybody knows that. I know my people better than you. Who the fuck are you to tell me who my people believe in? You don't know shit about our country, bro. Believe whatever the fuck you want. Hold on. Let me finish. Believe whatever the fuck you want. I really don't care, honestly, Sal. But I'm telling you this. The reason why they're crying about the hostages, yeah, it's their fucking families. But the reason why we can't stop the war, like you said, they're using them as human shields. That's what they don't understand. If hostage families don't get that H group is using their people as human shields, and sometimes the only way to eliminate H group and save them from shooting rockets at the rest of Israel and protecting the rest of the civilians comes first than the hostage. You understand? Because imagine they're shooting 4,000 rockets and they have one hostage in that building. Are you gonna say, what are you gonna do? It's such an F situation, bro. Nobody knows what to do.
Yeah.
You understand?
Exactly.
So that's why I'm telling you, these people, yeah, they're upset. It's their family, guys.
But how dare you come here and preach about releasing the hostages, putting it in your name, when you obviously don't even
What's
speak
wrong with us
of
wanting
your
to
family's words, bro.
What's us
Lorenzo,
wanting
you're
But listen to this. Wait, I've listened to you guys. Let me speak now for a little. So wait. What I don't understand with all these people, right? They put the ribbon in their band, claiming bring them home. We want the hostages. And while they're doing it, they still say, no, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. But the families don't want that. So how can you come on here in their family names and talk all the crap that you're doing when they don't even agree with you? It's their like
Miss,
their
miss,
people, bro.
Miss,
Are you
that's
okay?
the people. But the parents of the hostages don't speak for the whole entire Israel. The hostages, the 55 hostages right now.
Israel
yes,
doesn't speak for them, they speak
Yes,
for
hold
their
on, hold on.
children. Are you dumb?
Let me just finish. They're not. They are a priority, but the bigger priority is the Jewish people. The people need to be protected, right?
Okay, so
You
then
understand?
don't claim
That's
that
what
you
they
care
don't
about the
understand.
family.
That's what they don't understand. Listen, Miss. I know you've never been to war. You don't know what war is like. But when you have an enemy,
Neither have you, to be honest with you. Neither have you.
I've been in Israel. I mean, I've
Yeah, that's not, you have never been in a real war. That's my point. You have never actually been in
in
a
a
real
real
war.
war. Yes, in
War,
a real war. I have
but
been.
people.
But I've been in Israel during war.
Not
I've
a
been in
war,
Israel
okay.
during war, and I've seen how it's
You
like.
have never seen an actual war, okay? It's never happened. You have never fought.
I was
You have never
Gaza
fought
border.
with people.
I was standing on the
who have-
Gaza border like 8 months ago, bro.
Yeah. Oh, you're so
I was
cool.
watching
But
them
standing
fucking
on the
blow
border
Gaza the fuck up.
where there's
I was
oppressed
literally
people.
watching
You're
it.
so- yeah,
I was
no.
watching them fucking bomb Gaza 8 months ago, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly my point.
You don't know what the fuck war is like.
Dan,
You're such a
Israel,
you're such a great man.
Israel, you
Hold on, listen,
haven't
stop.
been in the real war for a very
Mrs.
long
Sam,
time.
the only thing you know is the kitchen. And honestly, you should keep it
Yeah,
that way.
and I'm good with that, by the way. I am good
You're
with
just a
that.
good bitcher.
Yeah, I'm proud
You're a
of
good
you.
quality bitcher. I'll give you that. You're a 10 out of 10 bitcher. Certified bitcher.
Your mother is one.
Are you referring to me?
Okay, let me say something. I want to answer. Nah, listen, shut the fuck up. Don't care about what you say.
What made you think you can tap the woman
Shut
like
the
that?
fuck up, terrorist.
Especially with that face.
No,
Especially with that face.
guys, well, I don't mind.
You know, I would like hide my face in the sand if I was you. I don't want to tap the woman like that.
Brother, I do not even want to see what your face
Sit
looks like. Brother, I do not even want to
down,
imagine
shut
what your
up.
face looks like.
Sit
Brother,
down,
I
sit
swear
down.
I will curse him back. No problem.
I'm a sexy Armenian, bro. I'm a
Ali,
fucking
no.
Okay, so my point,
I'll leave that to the chat. I'll leave that to the chat. Any woman in the chat thinks she's sexy,
I don't
but
need
women
women,
in the chat
bro.
he's a
thinks she looks like
transgender.
an input too.
Right, I'm
Transgender. He's been
If
acting like a woman this whole
you
time.
should be quiet and sit down.
You are acting like a woman this whole time. Okay, listen. My point is, if I can just finish. Oh my God. Yes.
You
yes.
are.
Okay.
You give weak boy energy, honestly. Like today, you're like us in a woman.
Chicago, you sound like some fat fuck.
It doesn't matter. I don't come and cuss at women.
ASAP, bro. ASAP.
I don't come and cuss at women like that.
Get all of that, buddy. Don't be
You're giving
on
like
that.
a weak boy energy.
Stop eating donuts, Chicago. Pause.
Jay, you're not
Stop
funny.
being a bitch. Today, I want to make a man out of you. Stop being a bitch. Stop being a bitch. I want to make a man out of you.
Look, you want to bring me some Yahudi source. Alec, get that out of my fucking face, bro. You think we're dumb? You want to bring me some fucking Yahudi source, bro? Bring it. Get the fuck out of my face. Now listen. Shut up. Get the fuck out of my face. Okay. Stop. What I wanted to say. Stop.
Miss, you should probably find a job instead of sitting on the internet.
Hold on, Alex, hold on.
3 in the morning. Like, I don't work right now. It's okay. Don't worry about me, okay? Worry about your mom.
That's what we're
You
saying.
live in America? Thank God.
No, I don't live in America. Anyway.
Thank God, bro. Thank God. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. We don't have
Baruch Hashem. You said it wrong. Baruch
Baruch
Hashem.
Hashem. Baruch Hashem.
Such a weird week, man.
Shabbat Shalom.
Anyway. Okay. My point is.
Mark. At least Mark like he sounds a little bit mellier than this boy.
One second.
Chicago, go to the fucking gym. Shut up.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'll buy you the fucking Lifetime Fitness, whatever the fuck pass right now, bro. Just go. You send me a video later.
You should
So I
go
can
to
look
a
like
hair
you.
transplant.
I look like a stick.
You're in Chicago. You're from Chicago? Because I actually live near Chicago.
No, I'm from Nebraska, actually.
Yes, it's your
I just use that name to
Take your ass to the
stolen
gym.
valor.
I would have did my
Oh, I
service,
do.
right? I would have did my community service by driving your ass to the gym.
I do go to the gym.
Bro, it's not complaining at him since you have all
You
that
look
money.
like you look like you're malnutrition. Trust me, I don't aspire to look like you.
You never will, buddy. Don't even worry about it. Don't even stress, my baby.
I hope
Don't
not.
stress. You never will.
Mark brought
Less than 2 hours.
showing that the Ashkenazis Mark, have you learned nothing?
I got the best of both worlds. I'm Ashkenazi and Ashkenazi.
Okay, so my point was that no Judean, then don't fucking interrupt me. I do not believe that your fights in Gaza and your fights with Hizb and whatever, your fights in the West Bank. No, I don't believe these are